Hey guys, welcome. Wait, let's like kiss fingers. No, I don't.
Welcome to In School Suspension. Wow. First try, guys. First try.
We're cutting that out. So, this is Bingus. He wasn't on our last video, but Bingus is our mascot. He's named by our dear friend Eva. Eva's not here because Eva's not part of this. Kidding.
Just kidding. She will be a frequent guest, though.
Yes, because
we have the same spare as her.
yes.
If you guys don't know, we film these during our spare.
If you have a spare and you want to be interviewed,
Hit us up.
DM is in the Insta.
I'm Oliver.
DM us on Instagram.
Go cut the cameras. Let's just
DM us on Instagram if you want to be a guest on the pod.
Nobody's gonna watch this shit. Okay. Jump right into the topic, or should we test the waters, talk about our day a little bit?
Well, how was your day?
My day was pretty good. So my schedule was photography first, which I missed because the person who drives me home, shout out Eva, is sick. And I didn't know that until like 8:40. So I hopped on the bus. And I missed almost my entire class. I think I got there with like 18 minutes left, so I just like sat and did nothing. And then social, I had to write a paper, which I think I did pretty good on. It was on gun control laws. And then in foods class was fucking lame as hell because we didn't get to cook anything. We just had to work on this assignment. What about your day?
Period one, my teacher, I had a watercolor thing due, and I left it at home. And then my teacher got mad at me. He got mad at the whole class, but he was like, if you are more than 5 minutes late, you need to call your parents, and I have to talk to them about why you were late. And he looked at me the entire time because I'm always late for that class. Thanks, teacher. English, pretty easy, pretty goated. Lunch, pretty easy, pretty goated. Spare, not spare, this is spare. So I'm a TA, and I TA leadership, and I had a bunch of balloons in my locker for my friends last week for my birthday. And so we went around and we took all the balloons and then we started giving them to random people for random acts of kindness.
Oh, I forgot about that. In our school, is it a week?
Yeah.
A random act of kindness week where we have to be kind for a week.
Yeah, Pink Shirt Day, Wednesday, guys. The day that this episode releases, bro. We're gonna be wearing pink. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. My name is...
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
How about we
Let's
dive
get into
in?
it. So, today's topic. Suspended.
So, I've been suspended twice.
I've been suspended once. I think my suspension's more interesting.
His suspension is definitely more interesting. Mine is for like very stereotypical reasons, but they have like funny aspects to them.
We're not going to use any names because most of our situations include people. Some of these people...
We will be referring to them by this one guy or that one girl.
Yeah, or like I might make names for mine, be a little creative, being the guy that I am. Do you guys have your jersey? It's my first time wearing it. Manchester.
Okay.
That's for Lilith.
Should I start with my first ever suspension ever?
Yeah. Because, okay, I was suspended before both of Brooklyn's suspensions.
But because I have two stories, I'm going to go first.
Yeah. Give us timestamps.
This was in like early October of grade 11. So the year has like pretty much just started. We've only been there for a month. And it really sucked to get suspended at this time because I was a teacher's assistant. So it was really bad. But basically, me and this one guy...
What's your name?
It can't be anything bad.
No. Let's name him Gerald.
Okay, yes. So me and Gerald, I can't remember if we were skipping a class or if it was lunch. I want to say it was lunch. We go down to the locker room and no one else is in there except for a couple of these girls who at the time he was friends with, but I wasn't. And so this was like my first introduction to meeting these girls. And Gerald has a lot of spray paint and paint markers in his bag, and because we're fucking idiots, he's like, oh my god, guys, we should like spray paint the locker room. And I'm like, oh, and then all the girls are like, yes, king, and so I'm like, okay, and so I kind of give in, and you know, we're not being modest about it, like, at all. Speak of the devil, bro. School cop is right there.
Hey, do you want to say hi?
No, we're not being modest with it at all. We're spray painting like giant things that are taking up.
I remember
like,
learning about
the
it.
entire wall, like the entire thing.
I don't. Oh,
Cosmo- Hi.
we were just talking about suspensions.
We're recording.
Suspension?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah. Oh.
we're telling our
Yeah.
suspension
Am I
stories.
interrupting?
No, this is
No,
no,
it's
this
all
is
right.
good. This
I
is
was
like a
I was
cameo.
pretending to like call you over. So you're
You're
actually
gonna have to do a cut. How you guys doing?
good.
Good?
How are
Yeah.
you?
Doing not bad. Yeah, it's warming up this week, so that's good. Everything's good with you guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, good. It's good to hear. I'll let you guys get back to
Oh, thank you.
whatever that is.
Thank you.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it is.
See you guys later.
Bye. Okay.
Constable cameo.
There's a part in the locker room, in the girls' locker room, where it's like a bunch of stalls, like where the toilets are. And that's kind of where we're doing it. We're doing it like on the mirrors. We're going into the stalls, spray painting in the stalls. And then I almost just accidentally name dropped. And what was it? Gerald, spray paints like a dumbass his initials on the wall. Huge, like huge, like ginormous, like clearly his initials. And so we do our thing, we're having fun, we give him back the spray paint, everything's good. I have my teacher's assistance class afterward, which was drama, and this is a pretty chill day. The entire day we're playing Wax Museum, and I'm so fucking serious. The vice principal comes into my drama room and is talking to Miss Aikaba, and I'm not really thinking anything of it, but then he calls me over, and because we're playing Wax Museum, I kid you not, I'm like this, I'm on all fours pretending to be a fucking dog, and he's like, Brooklyn, come over here, and I'm like, oh, yes, okay. And so I get up and I walk over, and he's like, yeah, you gotta come to my office, and I'm immediately like, frick. And I'm like, oh my god. And so we're going there, and I'm lying through my fucking teeth, like, the entire time. Because this is my first time getting suspended. I'm a fucking dumbass. And so he's like, oh, where were you at lunch? And I'm like, oh, I was just doing laps around the school with my friends. And I'm just lying, and they're believing me. Like, they're genuinely believing me until another vice principal comes in and asks me, so who was the kid with the Spider-Man backpack? And at this point, I know I can't lie. Because it's like, I'm going to name some random kid, then they're going to call this random kid down to the office, and they're going to be like, what the fuck? What the fuck am I doing here? And so I'm like, yeah, that was Gerald. And then also, I'm going to explain this for you guys, because I also had to explain it to them. He was in the girls' locker room because he's like trans. It's not just like a guy in the girls' locker. It's still bad. It's
not
still
good.
bad, but
as
it's still bad, but not as bad.
yeah.
Is that offensive? I don't know. Anyways,
At this time, me and Brooklyn weren't friends, so I was hearing this through the grapevine of like people that like lied, and also like other people. So I would just be like, so what's the update on the Brooklyn and Gerald situation? And they'd be like, oh yeah, they're still suspended. And I'll be like, that's my only input on this story.
I have to be honest, and they're like, okay. And then at this point, I'm like, yeah, we did it. Yeah, we did it. And Gerald always blamed me for us getting caught, even though he's the fucking one who spray painted giant fucking letters, his fucking initials. Sorry, I guess that was loud. He would literally always constantly blame me for like months after this, and every time I'd feel so guilty because it's like, well, fuck. But so they're like, okay, yeah, we're gonna have to search you now to see if I have spray paint and stuff. Luckily I didn't, because they were all in Gerald's bag. But getting searched is so funny, because I was getting searched by this
One of the Well, a teacher who's gone now, a guy who's gone.
He retired, but he was very...
I miss him, low-key. He was my goat, low-key.
I do not low-key. He was not my goat.
Low-key, the other week he was here. The other week sorry to interrupt. The other week he was here. He was it was right here, right in this spot. Take a view right there. And I'm walking by him, and he's like covering for a teacher, and so I'm walking by him, and he's like, "Hey, Sam, how are you?" And I'm like, "Good. What are you?" And then he starts to like walk away a little quicker, and it just seemed like if I didn't know that he was covering for a teacher, that would have been so suspicious, and that makes me giggle.
Anyways,
Anywho,
getting searched when you're getting suspended is like really funny because they make you do some like silly things. So first of all, I had to take everything out of my pockets and put them on the table, and I have my earbuds because I'm way too cheap for like AirPods. I have like these like knockoff Amazon ones, and I took these out of my pocket and put them on the table, and one of the vice principals, yes, one of the vice principals who's in there is like, "What is that?" and points to it on the table, and I'm like, immediately I know that she thinks it's a vape, so I'm not trying to get in any more trouble, so I like grab it, and I'm like, no, look, and I like take one out, put it in my ear, and I'm like, look, it's headphones. It's headphones, I swear. And so she's like, oh, okay. And so I take everything out of my pocket. I have to bunny ear my pockets, which is like pull them inside out, and then I have to turn around and put my hands in my back pockets, show them that I don't have anything in there, and then you have to pull up your pants and like take off your socks, not fully take off your socks, but like pull them down, make sure you're not hiding anything in there, and then fully empty your bag, which was bad for me because my bag is constantly full of just like random bullshit and garbage. So I'm doing it, they don't find anything, and then they're calling my mom, and my mom is so angry. Like we're sitting there, and the vice principal tells her, and my mom on speakerphone goes, "I swear to God, I'm gonna beat your ass, child," in front of the vice principal, and she's just like nodding along, and I'm like, okay. And yeah, wow. I got suspended for 5 days, I think, and I severely regret doing that every day because I had to pay money to paint the locker room. I think it was like $100 between all of us because I think there was like 6 of us.
Oh,
fucking stupid.
Anyways, guys, shout out to mine. It's kind of it's really boring. Okay, so I'm on an out of school trip. We're in a small town in Alberta. I forget which one it was, but it was one of the small towns in Alberta on a trip called ASLE, Alberta Students Leadership Conference. So it's every kid in Alberta is in one place for leadership, and we're all there. This was my grade 10 class, like about May of grade 10, so that was like 2024. So I was like, I was staying with my friend Tobias. I was staying with that's not his real name. I was staying with my friend Tobias. We were in the same hotel room. We each had our own beds. It was fun. The first night we went out a little bit to go get like a vending machine drink, and then came back. And it was fun. We were having fun. We also had this other friend, Nancy, let's call her, and she was in another room because she's a girl. So because we're in a hotel and we're like a few doors down, me and Tobias are like, oh, we should bring her into the room. And she's like, well, guys, can I please come to your room? Like, I'm so bored in here because it's all girls and whatnot. I
just get along better with the boys.
And we were like a group at the time, so it was like fine. So I went down the hallway and I grabbed her from her room. I said hi to my friends in their room, because there were a bunch of friends in their room and they're all lit, and I got a few snacks. I ate a little, and then I walked her back to our room, and I did the walking. Thought, Mom. I'm Manchester. They gotta go.
Keep talking.
Manchester.
I'm wearing the jersey, and
Messi Ronaldo.
if they win today, I'm gonna be so happy. I saw another guy wearing Messi Ronaldo. So I walked Nancy down the hallway because I want her to be safe. It's a random hotel in a random city, in a random town, and my teachers were worried about safety. So they come in. And then I'm kind of like, we're just talking for a bit, we're goofing around, Tobias, Nancy, and then I'm like, yo, high key, I'm tired, and I wanted to go to sleep. I wanted to go rest my little head, so I like lie down, And I'm like, at this point, I'm like trying to like pretend to sleep. Tobias and Nancy, they're at the door and they're like, oh shit, they taped the doors. They taped the doors because they heard like teachers like walking about, and they taped the doors because the same day a kid broke his wrist and came crying to the teacher. So then the teachers were like, someone's not in their room, and so like yeah. And there are also people like other students that were sneaking around in rooms, but they were sneaking around in rooms with like random strangers. So I'm in the clear. We're also gonna get DoorDash. Tobias wanted to get DoorDash because he just got paid, but I was like, no, it's alright. But yeah, so we got Nancy and Tobias down there, and they're like stressing out, and they're like, okay, so they make this plan. Tobias is gonna go to Nancy's door and make sure hers is taped so that she gets in no trouble. What he's gonna do is he's gonna say that he went to go get water, and then come back to our room and then plead guilty, being like, oh, I got water. But then, so like in the night, her thing's taped, his thing is not. The teachers come out, take photos of the doors, but then fucking Nancy, bro, gets out of her room, tapes our door shut, and goes back in. And so then the teachers come out again, and they're like, oh, that door's untaped. So they take a photo, and it's like, no. So then the teachers are so mad at us in the next morning. I was gonna plead guilty in the morning. I was gonna be like, yo, I shouldn't have done that. I was just trying to have fun. I apologize. But my teacher's so mad at me. She's like, I don't want to talk to you right now. I don't want to talk to you right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
She's, for context, she's normally the sweetest.
She's the nicest woman, and she's like, I
ever.
can't do this right now. I can't do this right now.
Oh my god, I would have started crying because she's nothing but nice all the time.
But yeah,
I would have shat my
I just felt bad that whole time. We were on the bus to school, and it was kind of like a sorrow bus. It was like, well.
Like the reaction picture of the dude like looking out
like the sad bus. It was like everyone else was
here.
Like everyone else was having a good time. We were all just like, dang. And we were stressing out. She was currently Nancy was on a sports team, and she got kicked off the sports team because of this. Because I guess it's more dangerous for her because she snuck into
that really sucks.
a guy's room.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Then we got to school, and I think I was actually like not in class. This certain teacher that is the guy that was here, he's like, you gotta come to the office. And so I'm like, okay. And then this other office lady, I don't like. So I'm in the office, and guys, I was such a baby. I was like, please don't suspend me. And I had like little tears in my eyes, and I was like, please don't, this is my first time, I never want to be bad. And so she's talking to me, and then she's like, okay, we gotta call your mom. By the way, she called me the best student she's ever suspended. Because I was so nice. I was fully honest. I told everything, because why would I lie? I don't like to be a little liar. Unlike some people, I like to be truthful.
I was completely honest the second
Which,
time
by
around.
the way, our teacher that I was talking about that was mad at me, she was like, go away. She almost got me out of the suspension. She said that she was like lying through her teeth to make sure I wasn't getting suspended, but it was Nancy and Tobias that were getting suspended. But since I pleaded guilty, being like, oh yeah, I left my room to go get Nancy to be safe. That's why I got suspended. But yeah, I could have gotten out of the suspension, but I didn't. But during the suspension, so my mom has a ringtone where she sings.
Oh my gosh.
So this teacher, she calls the phone, she's like, I gotta call your mom. My mom at work never answers. She calls her, and then she just lets it ring. And then my mom's ringtone is, please leave a message if it's important. And then as I'm crying, this teacher, she's like, ha, that's funny, tell your mom that's funny. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I'm like going home, and then I call my mom myself, and she's like, at least you know what you did is bad. And she was like, I'm gonna make you do something when you get home to like show. I did nothing. She couldn't care. Everyone was like saying that like I didn't deserve it, I didn't deserve getting suspended. And I was like, I know, like I'm not mad about it, and it's fun. But yeah, it was just like I was just there, and she was like, ha, your mom's ringtone's funny. Are you kidding? But yeah, best student she's ever suspended.
Wow.
And that's my story, guys. Hit like and subscribe. Now it's time for Brooklyn.
Suspended for the most like innocent thing
I
ever,
know.
because they weren't even like in like
We weren't
movies and stuff. They're like, oh, let's sneak out, go to your room, like drink and stuff. But they were, what the fuck were you guys even doing?
I
Just,
think
like,
we were
hanging
watching
out?
like Cartoon Network.
Bro.
We were watching like Cartoon Network, and we were just goofing about that. Cause like this is grade 10. You know, I'm not storage right now, but I'm able to. Okay, guys. I ended off just saying like, I'm not that bad of a guy. I wasn't that bad of a guy in grade 10, so we were doing like the most innocent things. We were fucking eating candy and watching Cartoon Network. And I wanted to make sure my friend was safe, so I walked to her room and then I came back. Like, it was the most
Bro got
innocent.
suspended for being like a sweetie pie. Like, what is this,
I got
bro?
suspended for being so cute. I mean, yeah, but yeah, that was my story. I think it was pretty fun. It was pretty, like, dramatic, because, like, I felt so guilty, because my teacher, again, sweetest lady, she's like, no, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this.
Yeah,
but now she
I'd
comes up to
cry.
me. She comes up to me now, and she's like, I'm so mad at you for telling the truth in the office. And she's like, I could have gotten you out of that. I could have gotten you out of that. And I was like, what? And she's like, I could have gotten you out of
Yeah,
that.
but if she did get you out of that, then we wouldn't have this podcast, because the reason we picked this name is because we were planning on this being our first episode.
Yes.
That was clean. Like the sound.
Brooklyn turned for number 2.
I used to be one of those really, really annoying people who would smoke in the bathrooms. I'm not anymore, but this was a while ago. This was also grade 11. This was on Gerald's birthday. And on Gerald's... So we're all sitting on the floor of the fucking bathroom, which is disgusting. Just immediately, I know. Before anyone who's watching this thinks like that's so dirty, you're disgusting, I know. I know what I am.
Hard time in her life. She wasn't friends with me anymore, so.
Yeah.
Our year break.
Anyways, so we're all sitting in the handicap stall in the bathroom, and it's Gerald, me, my best friend, and this other girl.
Give them names.
I'm not gonna be able to remember all their names.
Gerald, for your best friend. Vagina. And hello. No. Anal. No.
We'll call her Car. Because
Car.
that's like the main thing I remember about her.
Okay, Car,
Vagina.
and Gerald.
Me, Car, Gerald, and Vagina are sitting in the handicap stall, and we're all passing around Car's and Vagina's vape, and we're like having a grand old time, and we're kind of just like talking, vaping, being annoying, whatever. It's lunchtime, by the way. We're not skipping, it's lunchtime. Gerald mentions this breathing exercise that he wants us to try because it supposedly makes you pass out or at least feel dizzy. And so we're like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's do it. And so he's like guiding us through it, and he's like, okay, you have to inhale really deeply and then hold it. And as he's saying that, the vice principal comes in and hears that, which is immediately like, what else is she gonna think we're doing? And then she's like, ladies, you need to come out of the stall now. And so we all go out, and I hate Gerald for this. He hid in the stall and didn't get suspended. He hid in the stall.
I heard about that, and I was like,
didn't get suspended.
I hate this guy.
And I was so mad because Vagina almost did the thing where it's like, oh, they caught us, come out, oh, they caught us, come on out. And then she didn't, and I was so mad that Vagina didn't do this. Vagina, I know you're watching this. Every day I wish you would have done that, but you're still my goat, so I forgive you.
Vagina, kill him.
Vagina, slam him. So we all get escorted to the office. Now Gerald is no longer a part of the story. And we all get escorted to the office, and we're all sitting there together, and she's like asking us like, what were you guys doing in there? So we're like, we were eating lunch in there, and they're like, why are you eating in the bathroom? And obviously we're not gonna be like, oh, so we can chief, so we can smoke. No, we're like, because there's like nowhere else. There's so many other.
Isn't it in Mean Girls when like she sits in the stall, in the bathroom stall?
Yes.
That's Brooklyn. Fucking no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no. Saying that is fair. I was a loser, extremely. But
That's a joke.
so then eventually they split us up in between offices, so we're all alone, and they're kind of like not really questioning us because they already know, and they're searching everyone. And later I found out that Vagina hid her vape in her bra but forgot about her vape juice that was in her bag, so they found that. Car, they didn't find Car's chuff, they found Car's dab pen, which is way worse.
That's a hoo-ha for those who
The vice
for those who
principal,
are part of the community.
instead of like throwing them away, giving them to their parents or something, puts both of these things on a shelf in his office like a victory trophy. I'm serious. And so now they're searching me. I don't have anything. Again, I got very, very lucky both times by not having anything, which lowered my, like, how many days I was suspended. And they're kind of just, like, doing the usual, and I am so...
Okay, guys, I deleted Gmail.
This video is going to be so choppy because we're having so many technical difficulties.
Whatever.
We need to invest in a camera.
I will.
I'm so pissed, which... not even rightfully. Like, I shouldn't have been angry at all. I was vaping in the fucking bathroom. What else is gonna happen, right? But I was so angry because since my last suspension, the spray painting one, I was doing so good. I was having, like, really good grades. That was the first stupid thing I did in those months, which for me at that time was, like, rare. Because I was really, really, like, kind of struggling at the time. So I was, like, doing a bunch of stupid, crazy shit just constantly. And that was, like, a time period where I was finally chilling out. And that just, like, ruined it. The vice principal calls my mom, and I'm sitting there, and I'm fucking fuming, bro. Like, I'm like... And she's on the phone with my mom, and she's like, yeah, they were talking about inhaling, and I literally go like this. I interrupt her, and I go, oh my god, bro, we were just doing a breathing exercise. Like, they're gonna believe that. Like, that was the truth. Genuinely, wholeheartedly, that was the truth. But why would they believe that?
My toothpick got stuck in my ring and it fell out, and I'm really embarrassed.
But, like, genuinely, why would they believe that? Obviously. And then my mom over the phone is like, Brooklyn, shut up! Let her speak! Let her talk! And I'm like... So, she's just, like, telling my mom everything that happened. And then, my mom works at the hospital that's, like, right by our school. My mom was like, yeah, she's gonna leave. She's gonna walk over to my work, and I'll deal with her from there. And so I leave school, and I'm, like, calling my mom outside the school, and I hang up and I start sobbing because I'm, like, so angry with myself because now I'm, like, at the point where I realize, like, yeah, I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that because I had such, like, a good clean streak going. And then Vagina comes out of the school too, and she's pissed and sees me crying and, like, comes up to me, and I'm just like, Vagina, I shouldn't have done this. And I'm just, like, crying, and I'm like, I was doing so good, I ruined it. Oh my god, I forgot to mention, before I left, and I was still in, like, the mindset of I didn't do anything wrong, I literally stood up, which is why I'm so confused of why this vice principal likes me so much. I stood up, got in her face, because she's way shorter than me, and I just go, this isn't my fucking fault, you're a fucking dumbass. And I'm, like, swearing at her and calling her names and shit, and she literally goes, oh!
This is the same one that was making fun of me for my mom's little, please leave a message if it's important.
So I walk over to my mom's work, and it's really embarrassing because we're sitting in the waiting room of the hospital just talking because she's taking her lunch break to talk to me about this. And she got away.
Holy, like...
Okay, you guys don't even know who we're talking about right now. We know.
Oh!
So I walk over to my mom's work, and we're sitting in the waiting room of the hospital, and she's, like, making me tell her about it, and I'm lying through my teeth, and I feel so bad about it. But obviously I'm not going to tell her I was lying. I'm going to wait until I'm moved out for that. I'm not trying to get in trouble. But I'm like, Mom, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, they were vaping, but I swear to God, I was not. I was, definitely. I was reefing the fuck out of both of those. And I'm crying, and I'm, like, telling her how bad I feel about, like, breaking my, like, clean streak. And she felt so bad for me that I had no punishment.
Aww.
I had genuinely no punishment. I had to go home and do, like...
Aww.
I had to go home and do, like, a few chores. And that was my punishment. I was still allowed to go out and hang out with my friends. I was still allowed to have my phone and shit. And yeah.
Aww. Okay, Tarek, how have you been suspended?
Oh yeah, I got suspended back in 8th grade. So
Wait, you were suspended?
yeah, you
Okay,
don't
wait.
remember?
No, I'll probably remember as you tell.
Made this like slideshow and it had a bunch of like inappropriate jokes in it.
Okay, yeah, I already.
And so like it said like a bunch of stupid stuff on there, and we put like really funny pictures, and the teachers really didn't like it. So they suspended me.
That's it? That's all you did?
Yeah, but it was like you don't understand what was on there.
Do you remember like Darren's like animation of Among Us?
Yeah, I remember that. I think that we put that on there somewhere. It was probably somewhere on there.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
that's good.
Yeah.
You were supposed to like an innocent little trying to have fun. I think I remember that though. I think I remember the teacher being like, "Yo, what is this?" And they were like looking through.
Yeah, pretty much. So like, she was reading out to the whole class. I could probably.
reading it out to the whole class. Hold on.
We deleted most of it.
Okay,
I think
yeah.
Was it
the only thing we were able to recover from it was the final slide, and it was just stupid. Like, if I could even find it right now, it's really stupid. So I don't even want to. Maybe one day you see it.
Maybe
one day? Anyways, thank you for your story.
Oh yeah, of course. Yo, make sure you send this to me.
I will.
Yes,
Okay.
bro.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you too, Tark. Thank you so much for coming on.
Alright, see ya.
See you.
Bye bye.
We're sitting on dingus.
Those are our stories.
Those are our stories and
And we had a surprise special guest,
We had
so
a special guest.
I think that concludes today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to murder the fucking subscribe button. Beat the shit out of the like button.
finger the subscribe button and thumb and thumb the like button. Thumb it. And
Maybe tongue it, and then
and add a
tongue
comment.
that notification bell.
And tell us, guys, have you ever been suspended? I know Vegas hasn't.
Thanks for tuning in.